sorry for calling you so late. I know it's a bit annoying, but can you pick me up? I'm at school killing time at the moment.
Hey, Chloe, what's wrong? Did you have an accident at school?
No accident. I'm just a bit scared. There was a strange woman outside of the school and she tried to talk to me. I don't think it's safe for me to go home by myself. I don't know, she kind of gave me the creeps.
Huh? What do you mean, strange lady? Are you all right? Did she try to harm you in any way? You should go straight to your teachers and tell them what's going on. You're still a young girl.
I haven't told the teachers yet, but maybe I should. By the way she was talking to me, it seems that we might have met somewhere. I don't want to get her in trouble just in case she is someone I know.
What do you mean?
So as I left the school gate, she spotted me straight away. She came up to me really happily and said, "It's you, isn't it, Chloe?" She knew me by name.
She knew your name? This person sounds very dangerous.
That's not all. Get this. She also said you look just like your father. I'm guessing that's how she found out it was me so fast. She must be one of Dad's friends.
Your father? I don't like the sound of this.
So if I have to guess, she's either one of Dad's friends or maybe one of my relatives? She might be someone you know too, Mom.
Maybe. I have an idea of who it could be, and I hope I'm not right. How old was this woman? Was she very young?
She wasn't that young, but if I had to guess, she looks a little bit younger than you.
Okay. Now I'm very sure it's her. Was that all she said? She didn't ask you for anything? She didn't tell you to go anywhere with her?
Nope. Don't worry about that. I went back to school straight after she talked to me. I was hoping a couple of my friends would be there, but it looks like everyone had something to do today. No one I know seems to be here anymore. I don't think it's safe for me to leave the school grounds, so you don't mind picking me up, do you?
Of course, Chloe. What kind of mother would I be letting my child go home after that? I've had a word with my supervisor and she's given me permission to leave early. Finish whatever homework you have until I get there. I'll message once I arrive. Stay safe, and if you see that woman, contact me immediately.
Okay, will do, Mom. I'll be in the classroom with my teacher. See you soon.
All right, Zoe, what are you up to? My daughter told me about a strange woman fitting your description talking to her after she finished school. Who do you think you are scaring my daughter like that? You're lucky I don't report you to the police. Big sis, how are you? It's been a while. So glad to hear from you. You haven't talked to me in so long. Do you know how much I've been missing you? I'm so glad we can get in touch again. I can't wait to be super close like we used to. Enough with the crap. Answer me. Have you been approaching my daughter or not? I know you're the one talking to her after school. There's not many people that not only know her name, but her father, too. All right, you got me. That was me. If you don't mind me saying, your Chloe is a rude little girl. It's not polite ignoring someone when they say hello to you. She turned around and walked straight back to school the moment I talked to her. Just like her mother. Is this how you raise your children? You should be ashamed of yourself teaching your daughter to be that rude. What are you saying? Should I be teaching my children to talk with strangers lurking around their school? Chloe isn't rude, she's just a smart girl. She knows if a stranger talks to her, the first thing to do is run. You've given me the opportunity to be very proud of her. Thank you. That's low of you to refer to me as a stranger. No matter what you think of me, I'm still Chloe's aunt. There's nothing wrong with family talking to family. It was a simple hello and nothing more. It's not like I hurt her. You may not have hurt her, but you certainly did frighten her. Think about it. Any child would be frightened if a stranger suddenly came up and talked to them. It's not like I wanted to do that. How else was I meant to talk to her? I was just thinking of how good it would be to finally meet my niece. If I went to the school, there might be a chance I'd see her. Then, just as I had hoped, the moment I got there, she was just leaving. I was so excited to see her. I didn't think of whether it was right or wrong to approach her. I just talked to her in the same way any aunt would.
How did you find out what school she went to in the first place?
That's private information you should not know. Don't act all high and mighty. Did you ever think that maybe you're the reason I had to do this? You ignored all my attempts to contact you, and I was left with no choice. After all my desperate attempts, I realized Chloe was the only way I could get through to you. But even that didn't work because the little girl walked back into the school.
That is true. I've had your information blocked for quite some time now. I didn't know you were trying to get through to me.
So, you have gone as far as writing a letter and trying to pass it on to my daughter. Whatever you have to say must be important. That's right. This is very important. I need you to listen. This is something only my big sister can do for me. So please hear what I have to say. I'll get straight to the point. I need one of your kidneys. Excuse me? Why would you need one of my kidneys? I'm sick, Rachel. I've been sick for some time now. I've had regular appointments with my doctor, and he has finally told me that I have no choice. I need to find a kidney donor, or else my future is looking bleak. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Are you serious? This isn't some joke? You really have kidney disease, don't you? No matter what you think of me, I would not joke about something like this. It's true, Rachel. I would love for this to be some joke or a bad dream I can wake up from, but it's true. I went for a couple of tests, and it seems the likelihood of me being compatible with other kidneys is almost zero. I guess this is the type of thing that only family can help with. You are my only hope, Rachel. Are you serious? Surely there must be other people you can ask. Why does it have to be me? Just find it in your heart to help your little sister. It's just one of your kidneys. You will still have another one. I don't want to hear this from you. Don't you try and guilt trip me. You have a lot of nerve asking a favor from me. After the stunt you pulled, why should I be inclined to help you in any way? After hearing what situation I am in, that's the attitude you are going to have? Listen, Rachel. I even tried with my husband to see if his kidney was compatible, and it wasn't. I've asked everyone I can apart from you, and now you are my only hope. Please forgive what I've done and do the right thing. I need your kindness now, Rachel. Your husband? Do you mean the husband that you stole from me? So after stealing my husband, do you want to steal one of my kidneys too? You're a joke, Zoe. Don't make me laugh. Wait just a minute. Are you seriously getting angry at me right now? Is this how you treat someone with a serious illness? That's low even for you, sister. No matter what happened between us, I'm still your flesh and blood. Are you seriously going to play the flesh and blood card on me? That doesn't excuse you from what you've done. I will admit I took Robert away from you. That's a fact. However, that was 5 years ago. How long are you going to hold a grudge? Do you seriously need more time to get over it? I don't care if 100 years passed. I would never forgive you for that. Do you know how much I've suffered because of your selfish actions? Did you even care about how I felt? Robert did the right thing and paid you and everything. You were recompensated. How can you call me selfish when you want more than you were given? Give me a break. What else do you want me to do? You're really going to bring up money? The divorce settlement and alimony was done through lawyers. It's all legal. Thanks to Robert being an idiot going on secret dates with you, he used up all his savings and ended up owing me $4,500. You really are ungrateful, aren't you? What person wouldn't be happy getting $4,500 for free? That's a decent amount of money. While we're on the topic of money, let's talk about the child support. Remember how you two promised to pay $450 a month? Well, it's been 2 years since our last payment. So why should I do you a favor if you haven't had the courtesy to pay me for 2 years now? It's not like I used the money that was meant for Chloe on something irresponsible. Around the time we stopped paying Chloe's child support was the same time we found out about my kidney failure and had to start paying for medical expenses. Are you seriously saying the medical expenses of a husband-stealing degenerate is more valuable than a little girl's child support? You really are a piece of work, Zoe. I don't care how much Robert has to pay for your medical expenses. It is his duty to pay that child support. Can you hear the way you're talking right now? Your little sister is coming down with a serious illness and you care more about some child support? You are one heartless woman, Rachel. Listen here. You are not my sister. In my eyes, you are not even human. So if you want me to give you one of my kidneys, my answer is no. Tell Robert to pay the child support and don't contact me again. You say a lot of cruel and hurtful things, Rachel. But I've known you for a long time now. I can see straight through you. You may put on a tough front like you don't care, but I know on the inside how soft you are. I know later you're going to think back and regret the things you said to me. Eventually, you are going to give in. Say sorry and give me one of your kidneys. That's the type of person you are. You're making a big mistake if you think I'm that compassionate. Think about it. That $4,500 you're complaining about was the amount of money that you agreed to when we said that Robert had no savings left. Now that it's over and done with, I'll tell you the truth behind that money. We actually took Robert's savings and put it into a different bank account, showing you a bank account that only had a couple of dollars in it. What did you just say? It didn't take a lot of convincing for you to agree to a $4,500 payment. You really are a sucker. Hope you spent that money on something nice. You're kidding me, right? You actually deceived me, your sister, and hid money so you wouldn't have to pay me the amount I deserved. Bingo. At first, we thought it would take more pleading because we thought you would tell us to run into debt, even if it means paying you that money. But you were far too soft to say something like that. Even when we are 2 years behind in child support payments, you haven't said one word the whole time. I bet those payments could go 30 years unpaid and you still wouldn't have said a word. That's it. I've heard enough. You're under the wrong impression if you think my silence is because I am a soft person. I decided that if it meant not talking to you two anymore, that it would be better to not receive the payments. It was tough not receiving any money, but I'd rather that than the potential trouble of associating with you two again. Wait a minute. So you two have money this whole time and didn't make one single payment? Just how immoral are you? No need to get angry, Rachel. I know it doesn't matter how angry you get, you are going to feel bad afterwards anyway. That's the type of person you are. You always put others before yourself, even when the other person is in the wrong. It's been 5 years, Zoe. I've changed since then. I'm the only sibling you have in this world. I know you won't let me suffer through this on my own.
Okay, that's enough. Can you give me my dad back, please?
Huh? What do you mean?
You're right. My mom is terribly soft, and sometimes it gets the better of her. But it's because of her soft disposition that even when times are tough, she gives me the opportunities to pursue the things I want to pursue. It doesn't matter how busy she is at work. She will always work hard if it means supporting me. Because she is the type of person to work hard for me, I would like to repay her by doing my best in school and in life.
Oh, wait. Is that you, Chloe? I'm sorry about today. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, where's my manners? Nice to meet you. My name is Rachel. I'm your mother's sister, which makes you my niece. I really am sorry about what happened at your school. I wish we met under better circumstances.
It's nice to meet you too. I'm so glad to meet my good-for-nothing, selfish aunt. Did you expect me to be nice after the way you treated my mother?
Sorry, what? You don't hate me too, do you, Chloe?
I was sitting next to my mom the whole time. I saw everything that you said. It must be hard having kidney failure. Being a young, healthy girl, I can't imagine how tough that must be. I do know that kidney failure is quite a serious illness. However, I think this is karma working its magic.
Karma? How dare you refer to my illness as karma?
If it was anyone else, they'd have my sympathies. But I truly believe this is karma. You stole a very important person from my mother. So a very important organ was stolen from you. That's karma.
Hey, Chloe, can I tell you something? You have a poor attitude for a young girl. You should be careful mimicking your mother too much.
I do get commented for being a little bit arrogant from time to time. But what can you expect? Because of you, I've grown up in a family with no father. I'm not like the other kids with both their mom and dads living happily ever after. Maybe that's why people say the things they do about me.
There's that arrogant attitude you share with your mother.
Here's a suggestion from your arrogant niece. If you want my mom's kidney so bad, how about you give me my dad back? Sound like a good deal? The other day, I read a book talking about the idea of equivalent exchange. It means if you want one thing, you have to trade it with something of equal value. My dad is very important to me in the same way my mom's kidney is important to you. So what do you think, Aunt Rachel?
Maybe your mother didn't teach you, but that's not the way you talk to your elders. Why should I give up my husband for something as simple as a kidney? That doesn't make any sense. It's just one kidney.
That's right. It is only one kidney. But it comes at a cost. My mom has to survive off one kidney and she could die because of it. If that ever happens, I'll be left with no one. So you should do the right thing and give me my father back so I won't be alone. If you do that, my mom can finally rest at home in peace. She deserves that after all the years she spent working. With my dad back, he can finally start supporting me by paying for my living expenses. He can also pay my school fees while he is at it. If he works hard, he should have a reasonable amount of money left over for himself. Sounds good, doesn't it?
What part of that is meant to sound good? You really think I'm just going to give away my one and only husband? I'd rather die than live alone without him. Let me teach you a life lesson, Chloe. No one likes a brat. You can't get what you want just because you miss your father.
I never said anything about missing my dad. Do you really think I've been missing the man that cheated and threw my mother away? I have no love for someone like that. I just want him to do his duty as a father and start supporting me financially. He's nothing but an ATM to me.
You have the same cold attitude as your mother. You won't get very far being that cruel to people.
This isn't cruelty. It's fairness. I'm giving you my mom's kidney, and in return, you're giving me my dad. If you aren't willing to sacrifice your husband, I won't let you have my mom's kidney. Mom might give in because of how gentle her spirit is. But I'll never accept that. As long as I'm here, you will never get her kidney.
Okay, I think I've heard enough. Can you put me back to my sister? You're more of a brat than I thought. I won't get anywhere talking to a child.
What do you mean? I think our conversation has been very productive. Is it that hard talking to a middle schooler? I didn't realize kidney failure affects the brain, too.
That's not what I'm talking about, and you know it. I'm not going to sit here wasting time with an arrogant girl that calls her father an ATM. No, I'm not going to ask again. Put me through to your mother.
That's funny, because I'm not going to waste time talking with a lowlife like you either.
A what now? That's not how you talk with your aunt.
I have nothing to say to you. Can you kindly put me through to my father? While you're at it, can you tell him to stop messaging me? It's getting on my nerves. If he has the time to message me, I'd rather he get to work and start paying my child support.
Wait, what did you just say? Are you telling me Robert has been contacting you behind my back?
That's right. He's been so persistent, it doesn't matter how much I ignore him. He still keeps messaging me. He's always saying how much he wants to meet me and if I will convince Mom to go out for dinner as a family. This has been going on for about 2 years now. I'm beginning to wonder if he will ever give up.
I don't believe this. I had no idea.
You know I haven't replied even once for that 2 years. Even then, he still doesn't understand I'm not interested in dinner.
You know what that means, right? He's been in contact with you ever since we found out about my kidney disease. Why would he do that? This doesn't make sense.
Isn't it obvious? He still loves my mom and wants to get back with her. I'm a middle schooler and even I can see that.
This is unbelievable. Why would he try to throw me away when I need him most? I thought he loved me.
You should know him best. You're his wife. Now, can you put me through to him already? I think we've talked enough. If you don't, you won't be able to say a single word to my mom. Goodbye, Aunt Zoe.
Rachel, we need to talk. You don't actually plan on getting back with Robert, do you? Be straight with me. Are you trying to take my husband away from me? As if I'd get back with that cheating scumbag. I can't believe he's been trying to contact Chloe. Even using her to get through to me. He really is desperate. Don't try and act like you aren't interested in him. I know the three of you went to dinner yesterday. I just saw the receipt sticking out of his coat pocket. How was the lobster? It must be nice having my dear husband treat you to a nice fancy restaurant. You wouldn't believe how much Chloe begged me. I thought it wasn't too bad as long as she stopped pestering me about it. She promised that if we go to dinner once, he will finally stop harassing her. You are telling the truth, right? You aren't lying. If you went anywhere apart from a restaurant, I will find out. This better not be the beginning of you guys making up and me being alone with kidney disease. I told you I'm repulsed by the man. I have zero intentions of getting back together. I should be honest and say we didn't just go to the restaurant. After our meal, we went straight to the bank to pay Chloe's child support. Hold on. He paid for it? You mean all of it? That's right. It seems Chloe wasn't interested in connecting with her father at all. All she wanted to do was get the money that he owed her. She knew it would be much easier to convince him in person after a nice dinner. She's very bright for her age, especially when it comes to money. She calculated the total amount Robert owes us with ease. Let's just say we won't be bothering you about the child support anymore. Wait, what do you mean by that? How much did he actually pay? Everything that was owed. He also paid up until Chloe reaches university. It amounted to about $80,000. An extra $150,000 entered my bank account today, so I'm assuming that's money he borrowed from some credit union. That idiot! He used all the savings? How could he do that? Is he seriously okay with sending that amount of money to a middle schooler? Chloe really harbors a lot of hatred for you two. Even I was surprised. When she came to me with the money, she spoke in a way I never heard before. She called Robert a good-for-nothing father and you a selfish tramp. I had to scold her about talking to people that way. Even if it's about you. I don't care about that. Don't you realize what this means? He has used up all his savings and even put himself in debt just to pay you. What was going through his head? We've been finding it hard getting by as is. How are we meant to pay this massive debt back? I also found it very strange. When I asked him if he really has the means to give this much money away, he said everything is fine. He has some sort of backup plan. He doesn't have any other finances that I know of. He didn't tell me much, but apparently he has a lot of money coming in soon. It must be some stock or cryptocurrency. I don't know, and it's not really my problem. No, that can't be right. He wouldn't go back into investing. Not after last time. After losing a lot of money, he promised me he'd never play with stocks again. He promised to my face. I don't even want to imagine going through something like that again. Wait a second. This has to be a joke. My insurance has skyrocketed. Huh? Why? Robert forgot to lock his PC and I was able to see what he's been doing. What do you know? The man has gone off investing again. Not only that, he's also tampered with my insurance information. Wow, that sounds like trouble. Was this really the man I married? What kind of person can throw his sickly wife under the bus and take her insurance money? The payout for the insurance is enormous, and he's made himself the sole recipient. He's betting on the chance that I might die. That's the worst that you could get. I'm not sure what to say. Maybe you can think about it this way. If he decided to divorce you, he would no longer be the sole recipient, so you can be assured he will stay with you until the very end. Is that meant to console me? How would you feel if your husband was betting on your own death? I'm just another way for him to make a buck. It's degrading.
There's really nothing I can say to make this better for you. Good luck, Zoe.
I don't need your pity. He's giving me a reason to fight the disease and keep living. I'll show him. I'll outlive him and he'll never lay a finger on my insurance. There's no way a guy like that will touch my money.
Now that's the attitude you need. Grit and tenacity is the best way to fight a disease. Doesn't matter how bad things get. If you can't maintain that attitude, you're sure to survive. My daughter and I will be supporting you in spirit. Bye!
Zoe and Robert continued living together without divorcing each other. On the surface, they appear to be the perfect couple. A husband constantly accompanying his wife to the hospital and a wife that doesn't give up in the fight against her illness. What people don't see is the wife that abuses her husband for betting on her illness and the husband that seems to be putting an excess amount of salt in his wife's meals. Despite their resentment for each other, Zoe continues living. Her husband's foul behavior might have been the antidote she needed. As for Chloe, while she still has a straightforward, hold-nothing-back attitude, she is cherished among her peers. She's the type of girl a mother can be proud of. Thank you very much for listening to the very end. If there's anyone that liked this video or got a good laugh from it, please leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time!